Welcome to the Hard Times First Saturday One Pocket. We have Wayne Pullen versus Carlos Coll, and Truaman HTB will be joining POVPOOL today for your commentary.
Hello. I am not a crook. I'm going to do this in my best Richard Nixon impersonation.
He's going to enjoy his bye.
Hey now. All right. So, can we make one of these full screen? Because I am just never looking at that table. Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. It's so hard when you're level with the table to have any clue what's happening. I'm just never looking at the table again from where I sit because I just get everything wrong. No, oh yeah, that's good, yeah. Good morning for pool players. This is the sound of your 1 p.m. alarm clock. I hope you are having a happy new year to begin with. Everybody's had a good, safe New Year's Eve. Yes, my shoes are off. I figured you'd want to know that since you can't see it, but yeah, I'm commentating with them off too. Reasonably smart shot, but took a little bit of liberty that he would make a full hit and stop down there, but he did move a lot over to his side of the table, which is all fine and good, but the humidity is low, so the balls are sliding into the pockets nicely even without a perfect hit. Not that Wayne relied on that. He hit that nicely. And he does have an angle to make the 2 ball. Looks like off the 2, if he plays it with a modicum of follow, he'll split the 8 and 1 and knock the 5 ball down for the proximate shot. And even if he doesn't make it, if he continues through there, he'll be on the 9 and might not sell out the 15 anyway. So this is pretty safe. Okay, this makes sense, but as long as he just plays to have an angle to remove the 15 next, because he's not. Oh, he got another shot on the 1. Still probably take out the 15 just because jacked up is a little impractical. Betting too many balls on a tough shot. I think you got to deal with the 15. This is disrespectful. Playing anything offense here, anything but removing the 15, unless he has something crafty up his sleeve. I mean, you know, maybe he plays the 4 and moves the, maybe he billiards a 15 out, but you got to deal with the 15 here. Oh, he cannot shoot directly at the 15. He's frozen to the 13. So that's why he's looking to play the billiard in order to remove the 15. I see. I mean, it doesn't look... From where I sit, it looks like he's frozen to it in such a way that he can't, but with the overhead, it looks like he can just shoot directly at it. So there we go. That makes sense. Kick behind it. Yep. Now he tied those up in a way where that ball will go. So now he's still got to rearrange that. He cannot leave him up table. So I actually This is actually a capable position. If he can bank this, get it over to his side, and get the cue ball up by the 6 without selling anything out. Yeah, it was important there that he just leave him behind the 6, because he would have left Wayne in a tripled up spot where Wayne couldn't leave him down table or up table. But you know, Wayne's one of those guys where you look at him and he just doesn't seem like somebody who's gonna make big runs, but you know, he he runs out. I do own shoes, thanks for asking. But if you're looking to make a donation, you know, I'm not above that. Poor man, what's your name? What's the count, Geraldine? Are you keeping track of that, or do you want me to keep track of that?
Wayne has 5. Carlos doesn't have any.
Okay. Well, he is just going to play absolutely wide open here. I mean, Wayne hasn't had to, like, make a bank to get started. He hasn't do anything except for just shoot the shots that Carlos is leaving him.
Truman, have you ever played Carlos?
I think we've played maybe once or twice in Santa Monica. Maybe. I don't know. I don't tend to remember unless I bet a lot and lose. Yeah. Carlos is a nice guy. I like him. I mean, he's...
I asked you because you have some similarities in your personality. Feels very analytical.
Oh, okay. By the way, I think Wayne missed that ball because he was really stretched out. You know, he was trying to fan that 9 ball, I assume. Now, here's the one thing here is that everything is on Carlos's side. So if Wayne makes a big enough mistake here, 3, 6, 7, 8, I mean, you know, this game isn't over. It could easily get close if Wayne's not careful. See, now Wayne can't remove the 9 easily. He can't remove anything from by Carlos's pocket. He's going to have to think of something pretty crafty in order to not sell out a shot. He might have to fan the 4. I mean, he could either leave him up table, but that 10-15 looks close to wired. So he might have to fan the 4 and play the cue ball towards Carlos's pocket. Let's see, even here, Carlos just needs to get the cue ball up table without disturbing. I would play off the 5. No matter what I had to do, I would get the cue ball over into that opposite diagonal corner. That's good too. If he couldn't have made that, I would have put him up at diagonal from Carlos's pocket. Now, Carlos has to stretch out, but at least he's right-handed, if I recall. So it's not going to be the worst. Wayne could lose this game still, or it could just come down to 1 ball. I mean, thanks, John. I hope I hope you're not being sarcastic. Nice shot. He's going to be a long ways away, but again, he can play that 8, either the 13, 10, 15, or he can play the 8, 10, 15, whatever makes more sense. I like the 13. I don't know why I like it. I just kind of like it. I think, oh wow, I didn't like that. I liked him playing the combo. This game could have gotten really close if he'd have made that combo. He only barely, oh wow, what a big roll that is too. It's funny how that ball that spots up can really be a big roll at determining the outcome of the game when, you know, you would have left somebody an easy takeout and suddenly they're doubled up right next to the ball. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Oh. And even still, there is no gimme here because he's going to spot a ball. Wayne's going to have to play. I mean, the most offensive thing he has is a combo. Oh, unless the 13's over the line. I apologize. He must only need one. Okay. That could have been a lot closer game if he'd have made that ball. That was lined up for a combination. But like people say, you got to have a short memory. It's a new game. I believe it's his break. You know, he's got an opportunity to make the game tied up, and that's all you need. It's dry. Yeah, it's really dry in here. And for those of you who have played over here at Hard Times, you know that this is just not a condition you can expect to see very often. But where the balls aren't clingy and the rails aren't bouncy and the cue ball holds spin for a long ways, and if you touch a rail, it's going to bounce a long ways. I mean, the tables play great. This would be, if they always played this way, everybody would look a little stronger in here. But okay, so Wayne, of course, Carlos had a ball gagged in his pocket. So, and he, you know, had Wayne blocked by the stack. What Carlos needs to do is just do the same thing back. Get that cue ball back to where it was when Wayne made the decision to leave the cue ball on the wrong side of the stack. When somebody leaves the cue ball on the wrong side of the stack, obviously it means they do not like where they were, because that is faux pas. And it looks like he succeeded in doing so. Wayne may have to, at some very near point, commit a desperation shot, like try and bank a ball or kick that ball out and take his chances, which he did. Of course, you know, that's not a shot where you're playing for exact results. You're just playing it at a speed that you know will give you good results sometimes. But he was in a dangerous spot there because he was blocked from removing a ball. But the time to do it is when your opponent hasn't developed their side with a lot of ducks out in the open to fully exploit a hanging ball. Now, had he gotten, I mean, he might have been better advised to just take a foul there. You know, Wayne had already made it clear that he didn't like where he was. So, now Wayne's developed his position. He's got the stack blocking the balls that are open. Carlos is going to have to kick. He's going to have to hit the correct side of the ball and hope that he doesn't. And he made a great shot there. That could have turned out bad, but he made a nice full hit. which was critical because Wayne was developing his side of the table that would have put Carlos at a real disadvantage. Now, Wayne can do something with the 7. If I see that right, or the 2 ball if it crosses nicely and lets him. He doesn't have to play to make the 2. All he's got to do is play to get the cue ball on the other side of the stack and get the 2 on his side of the table without a double hit. And really, what Wayne's disappointed there by is that he didn't protect the ball. You know, he could have thinned it more, played the 2 off the bottom of the stack, and gotten the cue ball higher. That would have been a big roll. I don't mean a lucky roll. I just mean a developmental roll. Wayne might freeze him on top here if he can. Put him on the 14 and move the 7 over. And you get one of those balls within a diamond diagonally, you know, of your pocket. It's a real threat. It takes away a lot of surface area. Huh. Here I like kicking 2 rails underneath the 7. As long as you hit the bottom of the 7, you're not going to sell out. You're going to remove that ball from Wayne's pocket, and that ball's in a dangerous spot. This is okay, but Wayne can now play the 12 ball if he wants. And if he gets the cue ball on the rail, that'd be one form of defending against the 10 ball and putting him in risk. Or he could overcut the 12 ball and send the cue ball into the 15, which could, if I see it right, double him up on the 13-10. But he's going to kick, which could... oh, wow. That was a good shot. I didn't see that. Now Carlos is in a little bit of trouble. Wayne can just lag the 10 to the rail, continue using the stack to block the 2 balls that he is, the 2 pawns essentially, which he has promoted, and has done so nicely because he took away the bottom of the cue ball. So Carlos is, let's see, Carlos might be able to hit the 5 ball. And if Carlos can bank the 5 ball with inside and hit the 7 full enough, that, even though it looks pretty close to straight in, so it's nearly a double kiss, but that's what he's looking at. That removes the balls and buys him a shot. He's still going to sell out a bank on the 5 if everything turns out best case scenario. Okay, that's good. He recognized the threat. You know, he defended against something high risk. Two rails, follow forward. I mean, it didn't lay right to make the ball. Carlos may be able... Carlos could potentially just cut this 13 in slow. It promotes the ball to his side of the pocket, and if he overcuts it just a little bit, he gets the, you know, he could have the cue ball blocking with the stack. Totally worth it in my book. This I don't like because it's going to send a ball over to, yeah, I didn't like that speed. He left him a bank, and there was no guarantee that he wouldn't have pushed the ball over closer to Wayne's side. Wayne can bank a ball at the 1. The 1 could go straight in as a combo. the one could hit the rail, then hit the 14, then go in, and no matter what, all those balls are going to be just a little bit closer to Wayne's pocket.
Shout out to my buddy Jerry. He's watching from Puerto Rico. He's texting me in the middle of the match. So stop texting me.
Well,
Out of here.
Wayne got a nice little roll there, but Carlos can come off the 15, and there's a gap between the 13 and the stack, and Carlos could play down to the end rail if he can hit enough of the cue ball to where he's just going to get in more trouble here. Wayne's going to be able to play the 6 down, which he may do if he's comfortable leaving his pawns exposed. He could also play the 12 and then put the cue ball over down 1 diamond below the side pocket. All right, he's leaving straight in is what his goal is here, is leaving straight in. Oh, jeez. That's a big shot, but he left him a shot on the 10, and Carlos could roll straight. I mean, Carlos doesn't have to play the 10. He could just hit the side of the 10 to ticky the 7 out. Or he could get ultra aggressive and try and play position on the 12. But I mean, I think even on a dry day, this table plays a little too tough. But I like ticking the 7 out however you can. Oh, this is not bad, actually. He didn't leave anything easy. My intuition is that he'll play the 14 and then off the 7 and send the cue ball up table. But he's going to sell out. Okay, I thought if he'd clipped the 7, he might sell out the 10. Force follow right at the 14. Pocketectomy. Solves everything. Clears all of Wayne's progress. 14 might stay because it's going to hit the 7 full, but it should have spin enough to take it up table. Well, that solved 4 balls in the kitchen. I don't see anything offensive here, but Wayne can play the 11 to his side, follow forward to the rail. Okay, I guess he's just protecting the 13, but he can still see the bottom of it. No, that wasn't a good shot. He tied up balls on his side of the table, didn't look at where they were going, didn't protect against anything he could have sold out in the rack. Now Wayne gave him a free bank. Not a bank to really make something, but he could bank at the stack. He could bank at the 8-5 with the 3 ball if he can control the cue ball. Yeah, I didn't like that too much. This is 100% free because the cue ball, he can just play position for the 10 with impunity because the only thing he'd sell out is a 4-14 combo, which is not much of a threat here. So Wayne can get position on the 10, and if he gets the right angle on the 10, he can come down for the 1. That kind of bad news. But Wayne would be wrong to follow forward, because that is the only way he could sell out another return offensive shot. See here, 1, he didn't get a shot on the 10. 2, had he missed, the 14 would have been there for him, and if he had missed the ball, he could have cross-banked it. Of course, it all worked out, but pool is a game of percentages. It's a game of statistics. It doesn't matter if the wrong shot pays off. Wayne just overlooked the fact that he'd have been leaving him a tough combo. And nobody shoots combos in one pocket unless they're dead free. Jacked up over a ball, not going to make the 1, going to sell out a bank, makes no sense to me. Wow, what a shot. That is a ridiculous shot to expect to make. Okay, so the trade-off there was the 11 was tied up, so he untied the 11 in exchange for putting a ball on his side, and that precludes Carlos from leaving the ball up table unless he doubles him up on the 6-13. So now it looks like everything's going to wind up going up table. And of course, an up-table game more than slightly favors the guy who's ahead. And I think the score here is 3-6, 9-11. So I think the score is 4-0 Wayne, unless Carlos made a ball that I didn't see.
It's 3-1.
3-1, okay. Oh, jeez. You know, not that it really matters, but what I would imagine happened there is, with a little bit of outside, the cue ball swerved. He hit the ball not as full as he meant to, which means that it went higher up on the rail, and that's why he wound up leaving him a shot instead of coming down to the end rail. Easy to do. You know, you're hitting it at a soft speed, jacked up with spin, it's gonna curve. And I'm always impressed by people who can spin the ball the amount they precisely intend to when they're curving it. Tough shot here. And I think he knew it was a tough shot and just played it to the end rail. But this is totally free. Shoot the 10, lag it in. Might get a shot on the 4. If he gets a shot on the 4, he can come down and... Okay. Can't bank this ball. Gotta just 3-rail it out, right? Wow, that came up short. We were all talking about how short the rails are playing before we started, but man, that looked short to me from where I sat. So now it's 3-3.
It's 4-3.
4-3, that's right. Wayne made a ball. My apologies. But still, 4-3 is not a game that you want to immediately make up table. nicely getting the cue ball on the end rail. Oh, that's a little piece of fortune for Carlos. Oh, no, you wouldn't. He thinks he would, but I don't think so. Right here, I two-rail the 4, and I play the cue ball to get right next to the 11, might get right under it. Can't bank the 5 because if you clip the 13 or anything, it's just that's not a wise shot. I don't like this shot. It's too much risk, too little reward, disrespectful. Too hard to hit this accurate. Of course you can. You can make this sometimes, but I mean, this is a hard shot to hit perfect. Wayne can shoot this ball in, get position on the 11. If he gets real tight to the rail, he's got a nice angle to just float over for the 5. Huge swing there. Now Wayne, since he doesn't have that angle, can come down and get a play to get a bank on the 5 or the 13. Soft follow, nicely done. I think the 5 banks here. 5 banks, cue ball comes up, might even get behind those other 2 balls if I see it right. No, I don't see that right. That's wrong. But he might be able to bank this ball. Yeah, nice shot. Okay.
How many did Wayne pocket?
He made 2 and he gagged 1 if I recall. So you might have to follow that in, yeah. That might be Wayne's game ball. It might be Wayne's match ball. I take that back. It's a race to 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Wayne just needs to move balls up table here. Yeah, I might have to bank here. I might bank that 10 if I could. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's okay. That's fine. Everything now goes into his pocket. He thinks it's a bad shot, but I mean, statistically, this is the best case that could happen for him. Now that was a smart shot. Well, old age and treachery wins. Nice shot.
Fancy finish. Almost every shot I went twice as hard.